I also opened up this book out of nowhere because my friend got it for me a long time ago and I hadn't looked at it. And hilariously, I will remind, I'm going to go pick up information about getting a master's degree at a new school. And the reading for today is hilarious to read. The pitcher cries for water to carry, it says, and a person for work that is real, capital R. There is a significant difference between a job, a career, and a calling. Jobs are what we do to keep bodies, souls, and families together. But as Studs Terkel wisely points out in his oral history working, daily meaning is important as daily bread, and recognition as necessary as cash. For when we work, we are searching for a sort of life rather than a Monday through Friday sort of dying. One of the people Studs Terkel interviewed was Nora Watson, who then worked as a staff writer for a healthcare magazine. I think most of us are looking for a calling, not a job. Most of us, like the assembly line worker, have jobs that are too small for our spirit. Jobs are not big enough for people, but jobs are crucial. We need to earn a living, which becomes more difficult each day in the uncertain economic climate of the 1990s. Almost 30 years ago. It's more uncertain now. A career can be a calling, but not necessarily. Usually a career occurs when we stick to an occupational path, accounting, advertising, nursing, publishing, because we do what we do quite well and get paid for doing it. Sometimes careers resemble long-standing marriages, in which passion is exchanged for comfort, security, and predictability in an uncertain world. Of course, there's nothing wrong with this choice. For many women, it is absolutely the right one, though some may wonder what psychic price is being exacted for playing it safe. It is certainly true that every day we don't strive to live authentically, we do pay a price with compounded interest. This totally goes along with my check and share. That's hilarious. Many of us eventually move from jobs to careers, but often we hesitate to answer an authentic calling, especially in midlife, because we're torn between the financial realities of raising children and caring for aging parents, between a proven track record and the unknown, between a regular paycheck and uncertainty, between circumstance and creative choice. But it's a mistake to accept as our reality the illusion that many are called to fulfillment, but few are chosen. What Spirit has done for other women can be done for you when you're ready. The truth is we're all chosen. Most of us just forget to RSVP. Novelist Mary Morris tells us that pursuing what you want to do and achieving your goal is not like finding the burning bush or discovering a gold mine. There are usually no epiphanies, no sudden reversals of fortune. Fulfillment comes in fits and starts. Fulfillment comes in many guises, and it can come to us in our lives at any time. But only we can make sure we will be fulfilled. If we feel empty, no amount of water can fill our well. It has to come from within, from the underground springs and streams. I love this. It's kind of in the question I'm in. I'm great at business. I love an MBA, and I probably would do a focus in project management. Good career, great at it, and I do enjoy it, actually. But I'm also enjoying this. And I was thinking about, well, should I go back and study psychology? Not to be a therapist. I'm not someone who, that's why I can do coaching. I'm not really the person who's going to sit and listen, but because it's an area of fascination to me. And I do believe there's a lot here for how we live lives better. And I spent a lot of time in the therapist chair. And the way we do it, I don't think is super effective. I think there's a different way to use it to help people heal and evolve. But I don't know that that's actually the part of my calling. And hilariously, as this all falls into place, next week I'm going with my mom to Nashville, and we're going to the American Association of Christian Counselors, their big event every 2 years, because she's a licensed counselor. And last time I went in the question of 2 years ago, did I want to get back into coaching? And I thought maybe, but it didn't end up happening. And this time I'm going to go with this simple request, and I'm going to take you with me, of course, but I'm going to look at my MBA in project management. That feels really good to me at the moment. But if something happens while I'm there, I'm going to ask for a miracle or a sign or something to show me that I'm supposed to switch and that that's my calling. Because I kind of feel like I could do the MBA in project management and share here maybe, and that's kind of a nice blend of career and calling. But there's an energy here. There's a momentum building that I feel like is going somewhere. And we'll see where it leads. That'll just be a fun offshoot thing that happens. And I find it interesting that that's sort of in the space as this conversation, because I am also, on top of schooling, going to be looking for work, or I am looking for work now, and I'll pull that journey more in here. But I really want to be doing something that I at least really enjoy. And so we'll see about that. So I just opened my Neville Goddard book today. I was just feeling, I want to hear from him. And it opened up to chapter 8 of the book. I don't even know what book it is. What book is this? It doesn't have a title on the top. Hang on one sec. Don't even know what book it is. I Know My Father is the book. And this says No Other God. It's called No Other God. Thou shalt have no other God beside me, it says. As long as man entertains the belief in powers apart from himself, so long will he rob himself of the being that he is. Every belief in powers apart from yourself, whether for good or evil, will become the molds of the graven images you will worship. I love his interpretation of the language and pulling it all back to our mind and our thoughts creating reality, and how that works in with the concepts of the Bible in a new way of really our mind and our relationship with the world. The belief in the potency of drugs to heal, diets to strengthen, monies to secure, are the values or money changers that must be thrown out of the temple. The temple of the mind. Ye are the temple of the living God, a temple made without hands. It is written, my house shall be called of all nations a house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. He's talking about the mind. It makes so much more sense when we talk about the mind. Your belief in the potencies of things are the thieves that rob you. Externally focused, putting our power outside of us, that something outside of us can save us. Here's this theme again. There is only one power, one Savior. I am He. And he has I am capitalized. It is your belief in the thing and not the thing itself that aids you. Got it. So it's my belief that that can help me that is the power, not the thing that's helping me, I think. Therefore, stop transferring the power that you are to things around you or about you. Claim yourself to be the power which you have in your ignorance given to another. It is easier for a camel, burdened as he is with the so-called treasures of life, to go through the needle's eye. And then it has in parentheses, a small gate in the walls of Jerusalem, so named because of its narrowness. Then a rich man, and then it has in parentheses, the opinionated man filled with his human values, to enter the kingdom of heaven. Man is so filled with human values or riches as to the reason of things that he cannot, through so dark a veil as the wisdom of man, see that the only reason or value to anything is that all things are expressing perfectly that which they are conscious of being. Beautiful. When man realizes that the consciousness of a quality expresses that quality without the aid of anything else, he will become the poor man, the foolish man who has no reason for anything happening other than that which is happening, is perfectly expressing that which is conscious of being. Such a one has thrown out the money changers or many values and has now established one value, consciousness. Realizing all the powers in our consciousness, all the powers in what we believe to be true for us, or what we believe something is. We give everything the power it has for us. The Lord is in his holy temple. Consciousness dwells within that which is conscious of being. I am, man is the Lord and his temple. Knowing that the consciousness of wealth produces wealth, as the consciousness of poverty produces poverty, both are ways of being in consciousness, he forgives all men for being what they are. So in other words, I can't get sick enough to make sick people well. I can't get poor enough for poor people being rich. I don't need to judge the rich. I don't need to judge the poor. They're all just reflections of that individual's consciousness and what they believe to be true for themselves. For all are expressing, without the aid of another, that which they are conscious of being. He knows that a change of consciousness will produce a change of expression, so instead of sympathizing with the beggars of life at the temple gate, he declares, "Silver and gold have I none for thee, but such as I have, the consciousness of freedom, give I unto thee." So in other words, it's about, it doesn't matter if I give a panhandler $1 on the street or $5, his consciousness is where it is. What I need to give him is the power that his consciousness is creating it, and with a change in believing about himself, he will change his situation if he wants to and so chooses. Silver and gold have I none for thee, but such as I have, give I unto thee. So it's my vibration that's contagious. It's my beingness. It's my consciousness. So if I know that I am of value and I have abundance, by even just being around or in relationship with that person, they will begin to get that consciousness from me. Stir up the gift within you. Stop begging and claim yourself to be that which you were begging for. Be the abundance. Do this and you too will jump from your crippled world into the world of freedom, singing praises to the Lord, I am. And again, for him, I am is just knowing that I'm alive. I always know that I am. Consciousness always knows it is, even if it doesn't have an external world or view or hands, anything that is living or breathing, it doesn't even have to be breathing, rocks, trees, all of it has a sense of I am. Far greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Not outside of you, it's all inside of you. This cry of everyone who finds his awareness of being to be God. Your recognition of this fact will automatically cleanse the temple of thieves and robbers and restore to you that dominion over things which you lost the moment you forgot the command, "Thou shalt have no other God beside me." That really reframes that commandment, doesn't it? We always think of it as worshiping another God. We don't realize that that command is actually talking about the externalization of the power that I have been given within my own mind and my own imagination to create, to draw to me. And when I put power outside of me in any way, I'm essentially making that an idol and worshiping that and giving my power away. And the only reason it has power is because I'm giving it power. But it would be much more effective to just keep my power and know that I'm able to create in this way. So anyway, that was powerful and a little more synced up than I expected. So anyway, with that, it sounds like today is a day of power and of celebration from all of this, and really experiencing the real authentic power that we have been given to create a life of meaning, of deep meaning and a calling, and feeling satisfied and significant. With that, have a great day.